In the heart of Africa, Rwanda is one of the smallest countries on the continent's mainland. Its geography is dominated by mountains in the west and savanna to the east. The climate is temperate to subtropical, with 2 rainy and 2 dry seasons each year. Its population is young and predominantly rural, with a density among the highest in Africa. Music and dance are an integral part of Rwandan culture, particularly drums and the beautiful Intori dance. Rwanda's developing economy suffered heavily in the wake of the '94 genocide, however, has since strengthened. It's based mostly on subsistence agriculture, but tourism is a fast-growing sector. After the genocide, Rwanda established a government under President Paul Kagame, and the country changed for the better, with lower crime rates and a growing economy. But even today, Rwanda is working to repair the damage of this brutal tragedy. The genocide against Tutsi was a terrible part of Rwanda's history. While millions of lives were lost, the aftermath of the genocide has brought the world together in pursuit of peace and hope. In this context, the Jersey cow is helping to improve the lives of many poor families in Rwanda, besides being an important factor to rebuild its social tissue. And TV Jersey is pleased to showcase how this is being done, and more importantly, how the Jersey cow can influence the future in Africa.
I'm Steve Lefevre, President of the World Jersey Cattle Bureau, and we're delighted to be in Rwanda for our annual meetings and tours this year. We've seen some fascinating examples of how the Send a Cow project, funded by Jersey Overseas Aid, is having a dramatic impact to the lives of thousands of people. I think we lose sight sometimes in the Western world exactly the basics that we need to prosper and survive. And these people have shown us a huge lesson that it doesn't require very much, but it does require something to bring them out of poverty and into food security. The Jersey cow is being highlighted today as being that ideal animal that can produce the results that is needed so much in this country and other countries around the world. This actual event that we've been holding this week and this particular workshop can only do good for the Jersey breed in Africa, and obviously the lives of probably hundreds of thousands of people that are in poverty or food insecurity at the moment.
Send a Cow is a non-governmental organization. It's a Christian charity with a headquarters in the UK. We are working in Rwanda since 2001, and we are implementing program in line with the government program, and our line ministry is Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Resources in Rwanda. In particular, we support poor families to get out of poverty by providing different types of intervention, including cows. And that's where we are positioning ourselves in one cow per poor family program. So Send a Cow, through local government, select those beneficiaries and then support them. And one of the support Send a Cow is providing is cow, and Jersey cow in particular. We have a partnership with the Jersey Overseas Aid, supporting Jersey Inka Nziza project. So we have different activities. One of the activities is promotion of Jersey cow using artificial insemination and embryo transfer, where we are getting sêmen from Jersey. We are training artificial inseminators, and then Send a Cow equip the artificial inseminators with equipment that are appropriate in artificial insemination. We have registered a number of insemination, and the project is continuing till 2021, where we plan to target more than 12,000 beneficiaries with the cows, and definitely the milk production will increase compared to the local cows.
Jersey Overseas Aid is the funder of this dairy work in Rwanda. We've been doing it for about 15 years, but it's only in the last 2 years that we've really taken it to a new level. We began our first £1 million project here in 2017, and the new project launched this year is even bigger. It's amazing not just being able to reach 12,000 smallholder farmers and their families, but to be doing work that could be replicated and scaled throughout Africa and indeed in other developing countries.
Traditionally, Rwandese, we love cows. It was part of our culture and part of our economy. But then, during the genocide, cows were killed because those people who were targeted were actually the main cattle keepers. So even the cows were hated as such. So most of the cows were wiped out. And as you can imagine, the economy was completely destroyed. Personally, I remember end of 94, it was very difficult to find even a place where you can buy even a liter of milk, leave alone other things. Now, in the rebuilding of the nation, tactically we did realize that even rebuilding that culture of having cows was part of the whole process. Now, when people are looking at the cows, some of them look at them the cows from economical point of view, but for us, it's more than that. A car has a deeper meaning. It means wealth, it means food, it means friendship, it means even value. When you had a lot of cows, you were respected in the community. And again, when if you just fall in love with a girl and you had to give a dowry, cows, to their parents to say thank you so much. So for us, a cow is everything, and it played a big role in even reconciliation, because this program of for one cow by one poor family simply means that you're given a cow, and normally it transforms the life of people. When you are given a cow and it gives birth, and then you start milking it, and you sell the milk, and then you make money, and then the offspring is passed on to another poor person. Then you have that reconciliation, that link, irrespective of your background, your ethnicity, whatever. Then you find people coming together around the cow, and it has changed the lives of so many people.
So this week in particular, we had 3 field trips arranged. The first out to Zaza Farm, which was American concept, a community farm, triple bottom line business, looking at community farmers coming in and working on a single farm rather than smallholder farmers. Second day's trip was out to Sendakau, Ruanda, and looking at one of their beneficiary farmers, and then onto a community field to hear testimonies, meet village officials, and look at all the work that Sendakau do, right through from crop production, right through to the livestock, and through to AI technician training, through to milk production and milk use. And then the third day, which was really Rwandan Government's Day, was down to one of their research centres down at Songa, where I know the visitors saw the Ankoli, the Nyambo traditional cows, and also ET Jersey Island bull calves that we're bringing for the AI centre over here, through to an AI training, through to the early stages of a database that we're building out here on the programme. And today we've had a fantastic day, I think, bringing everybody together. We've had, I think, more African countries attending today than we have the International Bureau Group. It's been, I think, the whole week's work. I couldn't have dreamt for it to have gone any better in terms of sticking people who didn't know each other but had lots of interests together, lots of information to share.
The first field trip was to Zaza Farm in eastern Rwanda. This is an interesting project run by SACPP Limited, an American-based company involved in sustainable farming projects across many countries. Located about 2 hours outside Kigali, this farm is likely to soon have the largest Jersey herd in Rwanda. It is an integrated community-focused farm system with cows, pigs, and cash crops such as cabbage, bananas, and pineapples. The property uses irrigation with a solar system to power the pumps. It is a glimpse of the future direction sustainable farming might go in Rwanda.
We are in Zaza, umulenge wa Zaza, and at the farm SAP Limited.
It's a farm located in the eastern part of Rwanda. SCPP stands for Sustainable Agriculture Partnership Program. So the main focus of this farm is developing the community as well as have enough production needed. So it started in 2017 September. So it has a lot of stuff going on right now.
At the farm, we have wide projects. We have the agriculture section that deals mainly in crop production and the animal husbandry. In the animal husbandry, we involving in just the cows and the pig farm. I will deal much more onto the just farm where we are, as you can see in the background. So here we are having currently about 17 cows, 4 calves and 13 heifers. In the 13 heifers, we have only 3 that are milking, but majority are expectant. We hope to start that other high milking or high yield around September.
We want to know what we can do to increase our milk production and what is really needed for our cows to be in a good state.
We have other more aspects around the farm, but overall we employ over 60 people on a temporary basis and about 24 people on a permanent basis. We've given the community the employment or the jobs because they are the ones involved in all the activities, for instance milking, moving their feeds from the field here, and even at the same time selling us the feed, specifically napier grass that we use. We hope to expand from the 14 to above 20 cows, which are continuously milking up. So that is possible in about a year or 2.
The main purpose, as I said, is to develop the community. So we also put in internship programs. So there are residents here for interns, those who have projects or trying to learn about agriculture, they apply to our farm. And then we approve their applications so they can be able to come and learn.
The owner, Mr. Ben Lee Henson, believes in for one to empower the community, you have to do something sustainable. So talking of the community involvement, since it is innovation in agriculture with community partnership, the community helps in the supply of the materials. Besides the labor or the jobs, they supply us with the napier grass, which we feed the cows. They supply us with the vines after selling the sweet potato vines, after selling the sweet potato roots. Yeah, they are part of the community. We're glad that we are still working up with them.
So the just cow is the future cow. So probably will be the education center to the community. Teach them how cows are raised, and with the help from the just tour, we're looking forward for the best.
Impressed, it's something totally different, something that I didn't expect. So it's an educational project teaching the community how to sustain themselves, how to treat the cows, and to keep them healthy and to get a product out to sustain your family. Jersey cows are known to have a high value product. They're easy to sustain. They have a lower need for feed. They're easier manageable than your bigger breeds.
The field trips in the second day were dedicated to the projects done by Sendakal Rwanda, which has been at the forefront of improving the lives of people in poor communities. In the morning, we head north through Rulindo district to see one of their template farms with a model cow unit. Then we went to a community field to attend a display of the service that Sendakal Rwanda is involved in. The organization has a strong focus on the Jersey breed, following Rwanda's government policy to encourage the use of the Jersey cow as a driver towards greater rural empowerment.
In Rwanda, we have the national program, a specific program for Rwanda called One Cow Per Poor Family program. Under that program, we are distributing cows to poor families. we set up the guidelines to make sure that we are using an harmonized program with different stakeholders. And we don't give breed for meat production, because the purpose of One Cow per Poor Family program is to fight malnutrition after drinking milk, to sold the extra milk and then gain money and increase the household income.
We have seen this morning the work of Send the Cow in Rwanda with the visit of this family farm, to see the work you do here. First time with the plantation of banana for improve the level of soil, and after with the arrival of animals in the farm, especially Jersey cow. The fact to have one cow on this farm, it's a very important thing, because it's a source of development of the family.
Giving a program, One Cow per Poor Family program, is for dairy. And that program has developed indirectly the dairy industry in Rwanda, because actually, since the program has started, we were obliged to construct milk collection centers in all districts to help those beneficiaries to be able to sell their milk, but after drinking. But because the first thing is to fight malnutrition in their homes.
I've been very fortunate to be on some farms and talk with another number of dairy people about the dairy industry here in Rwanda. And it's very obvious that Jersey is the ideal cow for the country of Rwanda. And it's the ideal cow for a couple reasons. One, because of the climate and geography of this country. The Jersey just better suits that climate and geography than a lot of the other major breeds. And plus, where they're family farms, the whole family is involved in that cow, just milking one or two cows. The Jersey, because of her size, because the way her way she acts, is better suited for a family to be involved in that cow. And plus, again, you get back to nutrition, which what it's all about. You've got Jersey milk providing about 20% more nutrition in a liter compared to average milk. And where this country needs more nutrition, economical nutrition, and a very easy means like milk, the Jersey just better fits Rwanda.
So I'm on the tour with the World Jersey Cattle Bureau, and I'm delighted to come to John and Angelique's farm and see in practice the great work that this project is doing with in partnership with Send the Cow, delivery agents on the ground, and also the Rwandan Agricultural Board. So it's a great partnership. It shows what great things can be achieved with teamwork, and above all, the Jersey cow. I mean, just you can see it in your own eyes on this farm, the quality of the animals and the production.
First of all, the importance of this project, Send the Cow, they help for our people to develop their economy and their life. You see, when people before, he has in the list when you have in poor people, but now when he get this cow, you see they have just developed their life. Even this house, they have changed. It was not like this, but they get milk, then they put it at the market, they get money, and then the economy improve. We have chosen Jersey because Jersey, when you have Jersey, you get a product directly and easily. To have Jersey or other kind of cows, Jersey use small food and they get a big production.
Certainly been a great privilege to come here and look at this. I'm proud to be here as an Australian, and as a result of that, Australians will learn a lot more about the Rwandan people and their culture, and Send a Cow and the Jersey cow.
The last field trip was to the livestock research station in Songa, which is run by the Rwanda Agriculture Board. The reason to travel to this station is that there is quite a number of crossbred Jersey cattle there, and they are doing researches to develop a synthetic breed which is more suitable for the production system in Rwanda. And the Jersey breed plays a very important role in this process. It is at Songa also that the AI technicians are trained or put through refresher courses, so the station is becoming a vital cog in the work of directing Rwanda towards having more Jersey cattle.
So here we are at the Songa station. I am in charge of animal genetic improvement at the Rwanda Agriculture and Animal Resource Development Board.
Here at Songa where we are standing, it's one of the 13 stations that we have at RAB, which is dedicated mainly to cattle genetic improvement. It was created back in 1936 with the objective of creating some kind of a synthetic cow that would be useful for a smallholder in the Rwandan context.
We wanted to have a breed which produce more milk, but also which have resistance to the disease, and then adapted to our environment, which is a little bit hot.
So the objective was to cross our Ankole cattle with some initially. So back then we were using it with Sahiwal and Jersey.
We did do crossbreeding of a local Ankole breed with the Sahiwal and Jersey. The objective was to have more production from Jersey, and then have some body condition score from Sahiwal and resistance from the local Ankole breed. Now, at the level we are on now, some of the cows we have here, those ones you see, some of them can produce up to 17 liters per day. Especially those ones with the Jersey cross.
The reason why we are promoting Jersey nowadays, one is a feed friendly, it eats less and it's more feed efficient. The milk is better quality than Frisian in terms of fat content, and that makes a lot of it means a lot for us, because at the level where we are now promoting the small and medium enterprises to venture into cheese making, ghee making, the shakes, ice cream.
I can say that there are more improvements that have gone into the Girinka program from the Jersey intervention through the capacity building of technicians, capacity building of farmers, and then giving cows. So I can say that this has been really a very good contribution to Girinka program.
We're seeing a huge impact of this project and these programs already. The AI component means that on average every hour for the next 3 years, a female Jersey calf, a calf that will grow to adulthood to give milk, will be born, which is life-changing for a Rwandan family. But we're also taking the program further upstream. We are funding research that will look at the profitability of crossbred cows for smallholder farmers. And this is really exciting because it can have an impact not just in Rwanda, but across Africa. An impact on their livelihoods and income, of course, but also on their health, nutrition, children's education. So it's a highly impactful project.
In the last day in Rwanda, the regional workshop took place with delegates from many African countries. Organized by the World Jersey Cattle Bureau, it was designed to highlight the Jersey as the best animal for Rwanda, Africa and the world.
There's 1.3 billion people in Africa. It's going to double its population in 20 years' time. They need food, and the Jersey cow is going to play a huge part in providing that food. As we can see from the conference that we're holding here, the workshop, the regional dairy workshop, we've got 120 plus people here from 20 different countries around the world, and these people are passionate about the Jersey cow, as I am, and I'm convinced personally, and these members of the congregation here are definitely convinced that the Jersey cow is the suitable cow for East Africa, Africa and probably the world as well.
But to come to a conference like this today and hear the evidence for the Jersey cow, and in our work on international development, focusing on the poorest in the community with the Jersey cow to try and lift people out of the poverty trap, lift them up so that they can educate their children, provide health care and provide a much better standard of living. So it's absolutely wonderful that the Jersey cow is doing this, and we've heard the evidence today, and I think hopefully after this conference everyone's sold on the idea about what a wonderful animal this is for Africa.
So at the meeting we've learned that there is a lot of data to demonstrate that not only livestock is very important, but also that the Jersey breed has a role to play, either as a pure breed or as a crossbreed. The information that we have points to the fact that Jersey is the most suitable breed for this production system. In fact, just before this interview, I talked to Mupenzi, who is my long-term collaborator here, where we read a lot of work on brachiaria. He was telling me that some of his tests also point to the fact that Jersey was the most suitable here in terms of milk production, especially given the challenges of the production system that we have here.
Well, I think the Jersey breed, as we all know, it's a very efficient animal, and that's been talked about today. She also has a lighter footprint and so on. She requires less to do more, and I'm just very impressed actually at how the people here are actually being very sensible in their selections and so on, and they are looking at the data, they're looking at the evidence that farmers are giving, and you've got the scientists here who are talking about collaboration and working together to actually get the genetics right for this country.
We have been privileged to spend some time with the dairy community here, looked at the programs, and it's been absolutely fantastic. The Jersey breed has a number of advantages over the bigger breeds of cows that really fit into place here. One of those, of course, is her size. Another one is the structure of her milk. So she has higher components. She has significantly greater heat tolerance than the larger cows. The Jersey breed worldwide is a great crossbreed alternative. To work within a crossbreed mating program has worked all over the world, and certainly East Africa will be no different.
I came out here for the first time in February 2017. There were noises coming out of Rwanda that they'd experienced, especially in the east of the country during periods of drought, that they found that the Holsteins or any of the larger dairy breeds were really struggling. A lot of the cows are on smallholder farms, and these farmers were having to make a decision as to whether they fed their cows or fed their children, and that's not a good situation to have. There are going to be large commercial herds over here. Some of those herds may be Jersey, some may be Holsteins, but the impact here really is on lifting families out of poverty, and that seems to be with a Jersey or a Jersey cross.
I think some of us, we already sold to that cause, and I think before long we shall be having lots and lots of Jersey cows here in Rwanda.